Hello everyone, it is your host, DJ Right, and you guys are now on the right path. In this video, we will be talking about reasons why you should not date me. I said I would do a sequel to why you should, just to remain humble. Apparently you have to be humble, so these are the reasons why you should not date me. Number one, I am not a good planner. You guys probably know that because my YouTube schedule is kind of all over the place. I'm trying to get down to 2-3 days a week, and I'm trying to mentally get myself there. Every time I choose a set day to do something, it really falls in place. It's different if like I'm planning on hanging out with friends. I got that, that's no problem at all. As far as like moving forward in life, I'm not really the planner. I'm a doer. If someone set up the plan for me, like, okay, this is what we need to make happen, I'll make it happen. But as far as coming up with a plan for it, I'm not very good. I can't even plan my own life out that well. Like, I have an idea of what I want to happen, but as far as putting the steps in place to make it happen, I struggle with putting those in the correct places. I usually try to jump the gun a lot. That's not that good. I'm trying to be better at that, but that's easier said than done. Actually, it's probably pretty easy to get done, but whatever. Number two is I have anger issues. At least I used to. I don't think I have anger issues anymore. I'm like anybody else. Don't piss me off. But it used to be pretty explosive. I would be knocking stuff down, and I wasn't the Kyle who punched holes in the walls. That's not me. But I didn't want to fight anybody. But if you push me to that point, I'd probably put you 6 feet under. I don't see the point in being angry about a lot of things now, because at the end of the day, my anger doesn't change anything. It doesn't get me further ahead in life. Now, with that being said, I haven't been placed in a situation to where my anger might show. Like my real explosive one, like it was like a dead on rage, I think after my last outburst of anger, I let all of that out. All the anger that was bothering me, I let it out. So I don't really have any left. I don't really care. I think that's what I needed. I think I needed that one last little bit of release to get all that anger out. And after I had it, like I just feel drained. It's like, why? Why should I care? But with that being said, I do think that if I get angry, it's probably not something anybody wants to deal with. Number three, I don't like any kind of drugs. I don't even really like alcohol. I don't like to see people get drunk. It's different when you're out with friends. I don't like anybody to get drunk, but when I'm out with my friends, do them. But if I'm dating you, I find it extremely unattractive. I don't like smoking, cigarettes, weed. I don't like anything like that. I don't like the smell. I don't want to kiss you and you got weed or cigarette breath. Chewing tobacco, nothing like that. That's just gross to me. I don't like the smell getting on my clothes. And I drink socially, but I don't get drunk. I don't see the appeal. Number four, and this one, I don't believe this one, but too many people have told me to where I kind of have to just go with it. Apparently, I'm a natural flirt. I don't mean to be. I think to me, I'm just being really nice because I'm just a nice person, but apparently, I'm a natural flirt. In high school, I consider him a brother. I had a brother in high school, shout out Ronte. We standing up, it's lunchtime for the period, whatever. He comes up to me, he goes, Stevie, you gotta stop smiling at everybody. Oh, what? Stop smiling, what are you talking about? He goes, good, so you come off like you're flirting with everyone. And that's why you got all these, girls, they more likely to be friends with you, I guess. I was like, I never knew that. No one ever told me that. He was the first person. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He goes, it's your smile. And no, it wasn't like a weird type conversation. He was honest with me. I would tell him the same thing. He was like, your smile attracts people. So I was like, okay, so I learned to smile less. Well, I don't think I learned to smile less. I think I took his lesson and I ran the other way with it. I think I started smiling more. It's like, oh, because in high school, I didn't think I could ever pull anybody to begin with. Not anybody worth pulling. That sounds bad, because I dated people in high school. But what I'm saying is, people I had the strongest crushes for and feelings for, I couldn't really seem to pull. That's what I mean. So when he told me that, I was like, oh, okay. So then I started smiling more. But apparently that makes me a natural flirt. So lately I've been trying to smile a lot less at certain people. I think in public, you still have to smile more, especially in today's day and age. Being an African American in today's society, I kind of have to smile more, but I mostly do it at old people. I took your advice, Ronte. Smiling less now, mostly because of the huge black hole of depression in my life, but still. Number 5, I have a really hard time saying no. This one is actually bad. When it comes to just making people happy around me, I have a hard time saying no to them, which I guess it can be a bad thing, simply because of the fact that whoever I'm dating at the point, let's say they don't like one of my friends, but if I feel like that person needs me, I'm not going to say no to them, which is bad because you're supposed to respect the other person's wishes, whatever the case may be. But it's kind of hard for me. Growing up, I was always told no, and so now I think I don't want anybody to ever feel disappointment, that I felt ever. So most cases I say yes, which is bad and can hurt financially as well. I was told, what was it, yesterday or the day before, that apparently I'm an uncle. I'm like the cool uncle. And I had never felt so insulted in my life. I've been called every name in the book, but I never felt so insulted when someone called me uncle. And it was a good reason. It's because I'm always giving advice, which good uncles do have a hard time saying no, so I get it. But I'm looking to change that because I want to be daddy, not uncle. Number 6, I don't like rules. I think some rules are completely necessary. At the same time, I do have a hard time following them because of the fact I just don't like listening. I don't like people telling me what to do. If I just feel like it's just dumb, it's stupid, or it's not founded or based in anything that's substantial, I don't feel like I have to follow it. In high school, that was bad. I got banned off like 2 hallways. I'm more of a free soul, free spirit. Don't look me in my eye and think you're just going to control me, because you never will. That does not go well with me. That's how I feel about rules. So it's kind of toxic because I know I'm not supposed to just feel like every rule is meant to control me. And so I don't, but at the same time, I don't like to feel control. I do not like rules. I hate it. I hate them all. I don't know. Just live it up. My mom and my stepdad were always extremely strict. There was always some rule, especially when it came to me. There was always some rule. I understand that some rules are necessary, especially in a relationship. If I'm dating someone and I feel like if you just get jealous over a friend, because truth is, I do have more girlfriends than I have guy friends. It's just how it is. You just have to deal with it. And so no, I'm not gonna drop 80% of my friends just because you don't feel comfortable with me being friends with girls. I don't like that either. And chances are I'm not gonna date anybody who does feel like that. I will be friends with people that are girls. You just have to deal with that. But I'm pretty smart when it comes to knowing who's disrespecting a relationship and who's not. I wouldn't go to somebody and be like, nope, drop all your guy friends. I don't feel comfortable with that. Number 7, I have a very weird sense of humor. A very, very dark sense of humor. Like touchy subject type dark sense of humor. Now, I don't believe in picking on someone. I typically try to tailor my sense of humor to other people's sense of humor, but my dark sense of humor will always be there. Like dark, bad event type dark sense of humor. Why my humor just decided to take that route? But it can get pretty bad. The memes I have on my phone, the FBI would throw me in jail for. 8. Number 8. This is a big one. Unemotional. Not like sociopath type unemotional, but there are some situations where I just won't feel anything for. Watching certain movies, for instance, and there are some movies that get to me, Pursuit of Happiness gets to me. I don't know why. I don't even really like the movie that much, but it gets to me when I watch it. But other things I'm just not emotional for. Like Titanic, for instance. A lot of people I know cry over the Titanic. Me, I watched the movie in absolute disgust because I know that that's just not the way the movie or the actual story happened. Not really a love story. And obviously it's not a love story. Even in the movie, Rose murdered Jack. Absolute cold-blooded murder. Both of them could have fit on that wood, the door, whatever it was. She murdered him. Alright? She was young. She didn't want to stay tied down. She left one man for him. She said, you know what? I've obviously known that there's plenty of fish in the sea, pun intended, because they all drowned. So I'm going to get rid of you, and I'm going to survive and find someone else. Hurt. I promise you she found someone else, a few somebodies after that. She was not hurting over Jack, the man she barely knew for like a week. She wasn't hurt. Don't let her lie to you. There's situations I can feel sympathy for. Let's say something drastic happens in your life, like the loss of a family member. I understand it sucks. And of course I'm going to be there for you, but I can't feel the exact same emotions you're feeling when it comes to it, just because it's not really me. Even when it is me, if I lose a family member, I'll be upset about it, but later on that day, or probably the next day, I'll be acting normal because life goes on. That sounds cold, but I am not the type of person just to sit here and wallow in self-pity. That doesn't mean emotions won't come every now and then. I won't feel hurt every now and then, be like, oh man, I really miss that person. But a lot of people don't look at me and be like, dude, you just lost somebody, you're not crying? Oh, I cried when I lost them. Now it's gotta grab my life doesn't stop because theirs did. My pain doesn't last as long when it comes to things like breakups. Not unless I'm really invested in that person and we break up. Then like I said, it comes every now and then. But I take less time to move on than others do. It doesn't take me years, to move on. It might take me a few months sometimes, or maybe I won't get in a relationship, but I could possibly be talking to somebody else between them. Just because I know I'm still dealing with that relationship and I'm trying to move on. But I don't think it's fair for me to be dealing with something and then get into a relationship. But with that being said, I deal with it just in a shorter span of time than other people. Some people be like, oh my gosh, they moved on too fast. It is not your job nor your responsibility or your decision to decide how fast someone moves on. It's not. I think that's disrespectful in a way, because that's a control type thing. How dare you stop someone else from being happy all because you're not ready to move on? That's selfish. And it doesn't mean the person didn't really love you. It just means they realize life goes on, and so they cut those feelings off. I have no problems cutting off my emotions like that. Like I said, depending on the person, it's nothing to me. And that doesn't just go for relationships, it goes for family too. I do not believe blood is thicker than water. I think family, especially in today's day and age, you obviously will always be considered family because of the blood. But with that being said, I have no problems cutting family off because I feel like you're not adding anything to my life. That's no problem for me. My life, I'm not gonna keep you in my life and let you disrespect me or be a jerk just because family. I don't believe in that. And that doesn't mean I harbor any bad feelings towards anybody, because once again, the unemotional part comes in. I just won't care. Like I won't feel anything for you. I don't even believe in needing forgiveness. Not anymore anyway. Like if I'm in a breakup or anything like that, I don't need closure or anything like that. To me, it's like, no, we broke up or we stopped being family. I don't need closure. I don't need to figure out why. To me, it's like, okay. I don't owe anybody anything, and nobody owes me anything. I don't owe someone forgiveness, and they don't owe me forgiveness. You just move on. I don't forget it, but I just let it go, because there's no point. It is so stupid. And maybe I'm speaking unemotionally, but it is just so stupid for me to sit here and be like, oh, wasn't I good enough? No, to me it's like, okay, well, if I mess up in this relationship or they mess up in that relationship, we wasn't good together. So whatever I need to change, I'll change and I'll move on. I'm not sitting here wallowing in self-pity about why I'm not good enough or why don't they love me, why did they just break up with me or anything like that. And like I said, I feel sympathy for people. I can help them because I do understand emotions and I understand why people feel it. I personally, though, look at everything from a far deeper sense of logic. Like, it's not just logic mixed with emotion. I'm mostly logical for the most part. I can't reiterate enough, I can be emotional. When it comes to just certain situations, I'm not going to just sit there in my emotions. I'm not that type of person. I don't like the feeling or anything like that, so I can't do it. That's letting a situation have power over you. That's letting a situation have control over you. I'll never let that happen. I don't see the point, but I get it. I mean, you can't come talk to me. Now, another bad thing about me is I'm not a good active listener. I'm doing better with that, especially as of late, I think. But before, I was not a good active listener. I would just stare at you dead in the face and I won't say a thing. But I'm listening, but apparently it's like talking to a wall. So I'm trying not to be a wall. I'm trying to be a person. If you come to me and talk, I will sit there and listen. You have my undivided. I'm not gonna say undivided attention because my attention will be divided, but I do listen. I'm a really good multitasker. I can be than most. Typing on a laptop, watching TV, and listening to you at the same time. Yeah. Those are 8 solid reasons why you should run. You guys ever watch those videos? They're funny. They're funny. I apologize. With that being said, I am getting on the right path. Because if it ain't right, it ain't right. I'm sorry.